Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to Accountant's Minute. This is a defining moment. There's no doubt that the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, the Federal Treasurer, Josh Frydenberg, and the Chief Medical Officer, Professor Brendan Murphy, have all had some very defining moments over the last couple of weeks as they deal with the coronavirus problem, the challenge, which is both a health problem, a very serious one, of course, and also a very serious economic problem for what it's bringing to Australia. But I think you, as accountants and business advisors and bookkeepers, are also having a defining moment, because probably 60 to 70% of the Australian accounting profession traditionally have been offering taxation and allied work type services. This crisis is asking you now to offer a broader range of professional services to help your clients. These commercial services, which are normally called business improvement services, are going to be the real guide as to whether you, acting as a trusted advisor, have been able to assist your clients to survive during this difficult period. I would urge you to downplay the tax advice to your clients at this stage and instead be closely examining all aspects of their business to help them to survive as a business entity, to be able to continue to employ people. The team at ESS BIZTOOLS have developed the Survival in Difficult Times product package to assist you to be able to guide your clients through a full business review as soon as possible. The next 2 to 3 weeks are very critical in this overall process. The review process, first of all, would encourage your clients to check that they have submitted any applications that they might have been able to submit following the natural disasters of the droughts, bushfires, floods and cyclones. And then to look at the federal government and the state and territory governments' coronavirus support packages. Now, most of the federal government's package is going to be determined via the business activity statement when it is lodged. And that big date is the 28th of April for the first lodgement. But there will be separate applications required in the various state and territory government programs relative to the coronavirus. So in the first instance, my suggestion is you make sure that you and your client have got a clear understanding of the government packages that are available for them to apply for. It will then be necessary for a complete state of the business analysis to be undertaken. The Survival in Difficult Times product package has been prepared on the basis that your client could start doing some of the work if they're happy to do that, because there is 37 detailed questionnaires analysing various aspects of their business. But the main ones are looking at their cash flow position. So it's debtors, it's inventory, it's looking at surplus assets, it's looking at their commitments, it's looking at their labour team, and more particularly, it's looking at what they expect to be able to sell given the current rules that apply from the governments, on a week-by-week basis for at least the next 6 months. When you have completed that process, either with them, your clients, preparing some of the work and you and your team the balance, or you doing the lot for your client, but you will need the client to be present at most of those input sessions so that the client's view has clearly been reflected. You will then be able to prepare an updated budget and cash flow forecast to determine the position of a client. And then you can have a conversation with your client relative to, you recommend to the client that they should be now seeking a special loan to cover them during this very difficult period. Now, some of your clients might say, look, we went and talked to the bank 3 or 4 weeks ago and they weren't interested. But things have changed because last week, the Reserve Bank and the federal government announced an overall funding boost for the banking system in Australia, whereby they have made available $90 billion for the banks to lend to small and medium-sized enterprises for 3-year loans. The government wants it repaid, but it's loans to keep businesses afloat. Now, talk to your clients about that and see whether they are happy to proceed with the loan applications. I think that is where you should be starting and trying to help your clients. You can have a good look at what we have available in our package, Survival in Difficult Times product package, by going to www.essbiztools.com.au. We have a webinar at a special time next Tuesday, 31 March at 6:30 p.m. AEST, 7:30 p.m. AEDT, for accountants, business advisors and bookkeepers, to give you an update in which we'll be reflecting the latest announcements coming out of the National Cabinet and an overview of the Survival in Difficult Times product package that you could use to help your clients through this process. On Wednesday, the 1st of April at 6:30 p.m. AEST, 7:30 p.m. AEST, we have a special webinar for businesses to acquaint them with some of the issues relating to trying to survive during this difficult period. If you would like to invite any of your clients to register for that. So you can register for the webinar for accountants at www.essbiztools.com.au/webinar registration. And if you know of any businesses that wish to attend on Wednesday evening, you can ask them to go to www.essmallbusiness.com.au/webinar registration. If you have any questions about any aspect of this particular product package or the broader services that ESS BizTools and ESS BizGrants supply to accountants and business advisors and some bookkeepers throughout Australia, please don't hesitate to contact us. Send me an email, please, peter@essbiztools.com.au, or telephone 1800 232 088. Have a great day. Goodbye.